Hey, good afternoon. Happy Thursday to each and every one of you. I am excited to be here. Listen, it was a press. It's been a day, but God gets the glory out of the day. For this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Singled Out for This Moment in Time with me, Evangelist Tanya Cuffie. And I pray that everybody has had a wonderful day. Let me tell you, oh my goodness. Happy they say men's mental health. I just want to say happy Men's Month. Okay. Your whole being month, everything about you month, men. It's about you. We celebrate you. We encourage you. We want to uplift you. As we did on last week, I shared pictures of those who are dear to me, the men in my life, Godfather, father, brothers in the Lord, great friends, great mentors. Let me tell you, last week or the week before, whichever, oh my goodness, all my days are going into each other. But we started out and it was wonderful. It was awesome. And we are going to continue to the very end. I do have a special guest today. I call him my elder brother. Yes, yes, yes. We are literally like siblings. I am the only child. But when I tell you, the camaraderie between us is something to behold. But I love him. He's amazing. And he's one of the men I can just truly say, yeah, that's God's man. Yeah, he belonged to God. You know, when he walks into the room, you can tell that he knows what he knows. When he opens up his mouth, you can tell that you are about to just get either a great lecture or he's going to coach you and correct you, whichever one comes first. But it's all in love and it's wonderful. He's knowledgeable, educated. I could go on and on, but I'm going to let him tell you about himself. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you all who come and support me every week. Oh my goodness, through the highs and lows, through the nones, through the much. Goodness, you are here and I thank you. I couldn't do this if it had not been for you. Just saying with me, we'll be going on 8 years and we're going to celebrate real good. I want you to save the date for July 16th. Please save the date for July 16th. That is a Thursday. I'm going to have a special guest, and she is one of WVTC's very own. And I'll let you know. But enough of that. Just save the date, July 16th. That's going to be a special show, a day after my birthday show. Okay. So, he's so punctual, and he may tell me about myself after the show. But let me tell you, the man of God, the educator himself, Associate Pastor Elder Corey Bursey is with me. And if we could, yes, there he is. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. You're looking good. There. All the colors going together.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was laughing at you. I was backstage, but I could hear you. Oh my God, he's so punctual. Oh my God. I'm like, be quiet and let's go.
But But you are. You are. My goodness, because let me tell you, when it's time to do anything, he'll tap his watch. Evangelist. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And I love
No,
that.
but
I
you're
love
good. You're good. You're fine.
well, great. That's good to know. Well, everybody, this is none other than Associate Pastor Elder Corey Bursey of Destiny Worship Center
Yes.
Ministries. Come on here.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Sits in. I'm gonna let you tell about yourself. Would you just tell your background, even about you and as an educator? Let's just dive right in, Elder.
Okay. I am an educator. I am a dean of students of a school. I've been doing education for about 23 years
Oh, wow.
in education. I love it. It's a calling for me. I don't take it lightly because I know that children are a part of my destiny. So I enjoy what I do. And yeah, that's my natural side. Spiritually, as Evangelist Cuffie just said, I am a proud member of Destiny Worship Center Ministries, where Pastor DeAndre Patterson is the great shepherd of that church, and
Yeah.
I serve uh, as a servant there. You know, in whatever capacity that I am called to, I serve. So it's a joy. Again, what I do in ministry as well as my natural profession, it's not a job, it's a joy.
Wow. You know, ladies and gentlemen, he's so humble when he's describing himself. He is in the second seat in that church. And that second seat is you have to be anointed and you have to be
Wow.
appointed. The man of God. Um, I just want to say, if I can, I want to say that you are standing on the shoulders of some great men. I want to talk about all the men who had so much to do with the structure, being the building blocks of destiny and where destiny is, alongside of our pastor. Let's talk about, you are really in the placement of, there were two elders that, one, for sure, was, he's still here with us on this side of heaven, but he was one of the founding members, Elder Garrison, Elder
That's right.
Daryl.
That's right.
Yes, yes,
That's right.
yes.
Absolutely. Uh, I attribute a lot of what I'm doing today because of Elder Daryl. He poured into me. He made sure that I kind of knew the ropes of what to do as what we call the chief of staff. Don't
Absolutely.
always, not always having it right, but it's a heart thing. My heart is right in what I'm doing. And I tell people all the time that you don't necessarily, and you're not going to always get it right, but make sure your heart is right in the getting.
My
So
goodness.
that has sustained me, and also Elder Ernest Rao has been one that has poured in
Absolutely.
this kind of position that I do in, and I'm not one. I'm gonna always give honor where honor is due, and so
Absolutely.
that's real big to me. And of course, the shepherd of the house, Pastor DeAndre Patterson, who's been
Absolutely.
doing it for over 40 years,
My
has
gosh.
been one that I've looked at as to what he does. So I've been in a win-win situation, and you're talking about the men. As far as the structure part, my father is military, so I
Mm.
grew up with structure, you know,
Yes,
and knowing how to do it. We have the Elder Quran Pierce on the
yes, he
live
yes,
saying all matters of evil. But yeah, that's my brother as well. So yes, I've had some good training, and I honor training. I do. You know, I always say no man is an island, so
no.
you've got to get it from somewhere.
Yes, yes, yes. And I'm talking, I wanted you to just go into, we wanted to go into that just a little bit because we are talking about men. But before you a
Yes,
man, you are a boy. So it's from
that's right.
boys to men that, my
Yes,
goodness,
yes.
as a boy, you have to be shaped and make sure that your home structure is, even if it's
Yes.
not functioning the way that we would say it would, by the Bible, or just the norm, what they call the norm of having a two-parent. However, whatever is going on at home,
Yes.
in that young boy's life, the children's
Yes.
life, being an
Yes.
educator, you
Mm-hmm.
play a major part, as in not only just giving the curriculum for the
Mm-hmm.
children, but you being a beacon of light. Come on here. It's your faith that pushes you to be more than just an educator. You're a safe place for the children. And
Yes.
especially,
Yes.
am I right?
Yes, absolutely. It's funny that your title was somewhat of a confirmation that I'm
Mm,
supposed to do this today, because
mm.
we have a program at my school called Boys to Men. And so
Wow.
I was, yeah, yeah. We have a program called Boys to Men where we mentor young men.
Our
What
school.
people have to
Okay.
understand, uh, not every educator. I think about Elder Donald Woods, where he
Yeah.
works in the Lawndale area. Not
Yeah.
every educator has the opportunity to work in a plush environment.
Mm.
I work in Humble Park in the hood.
In
So
the
hood education is totally different from Naperville education. And
absolutely.
where we go wrong is we kind of try to put them all together. Absolutely not. So we've orchestrated a program called Boys to Men, where we're able to train young men and kind of pour into them on the
Mm,
school level, because they may
mm,
not necessarily get it at home. They're going through a lot of challenges. Single parent home, those that are in two-parent home, dad is doing what he has to do on the street to make
mm,
ends meet. So yes, our school becomes a safe haven. It becomes a
mm.
safe haven. And I went back to some of my notes dealing with
Yeah.
boys who
Yeah.
are coming to manhood. So
Absolutely. Come on.
I jotted down: a boy lives for himself, where
Mm.
a man lives for others. A
Wow.
boy avoids responsibility, where a man embraces it. A boy chases pleasure, while a man pursues purpose.
Mm.
A boy reacts, while a man responds.
All
A
right.
boy wants position, while a man builds character. A boy makes promises, where a man keeps his word.
Mm. I,
A boy needs constant supervision,
mhm.
while a man practices self discipline. A
Yeah. Self.
boy follows the
Mhm.
crowd, where a
Mhm.
man will follow his conviction.
Wow.
A boy sees problems, where a man becomes solutions. A boy depends on others, while a man develops others to become independent. Those are just a snippet of
Mm.
the pouring that we who have obtained manhood need to pour into our boys. Another point that I want to definitely bring out, Evangelist, is that manhood has nothing to do with age.
Mm.
It
Come
has
on.
nothing to do with age.
Mm-hmm.
You have, I've seen it in my work with kids. You have some young adolescents whose mindset has been forced to be geared towards manhood. A
Yes.
lot of our young men that are in eighth grade, they're essentially the men of the house because there's no father. So they've
Exactly.
been forced to kind of figure out how to help mom navigate this thing called life.
My goodness.
I want to say to all of the men and the godfathers
Mm,
and
come on.
people that are raising up our young men. Growing old is automatic. That's something that we're going to do regardless. But being
Absolutely.
a man, you have to be intentional on being a man. You have
Mm,
to set it in your mind that I'm no longer going to think, act, or even talk like a boy.
mm.
In my mind, I'm going as the Bible talks about, putting away the childish things.
Mhm.
So this whole boys to men is so vast in how we are to approach it. So again, I'm very passionate about it because
Yes.
people took time with me. um
Yeah.
Growing up in church, we had a young man of valor, and and I,
Mm.
and I often talk about him. He's gone on to be with the Lord years ago, but his name was Deacon Orion Daniels. He
Mm.
was absolutely well before your time. I
Mm.
mean, uh, he was he was a very pristine man. He came to
Wow.
church every Sunday in a bad suit. Every
Mm.
Sunday, he was the first one that I knew that would get a manicure, and this was when
Wow.
I was 7 or 8 years old. I mean, he
Hmm.
was getting manicures way back then, and he always would tell the young men, "How you come is how you will leave. If you
Wow.
come raggedy, if you come raggedy, young man, you're gonna leave a raggedy young man. So how
Wow.
you come is how you leave," and that has stuck with me. And I'm 22 years old, so
Come on. And I'm
you know.
15. Come on here.
So that's been in my spirit all these years. How you come as a man is how you're gonna leave. So that has blessed me.
Oh my goodness. And that has blessed us. Listen, we have some familiar people. We have Maisha Ramon. That's my boss that came on the
Yes, yes,
line. Let's see. We already said Elder Karan Pierce. That's our
yes.
brother. My
Hmm.
Mom Cuffie.
Yes.
Look, your sister is on here. Dr. Nancy Murphy. That's our
Lover,
sister.
lover.
Oh
Hmm.
my goodness. You all, listen, would you please like, comment, and share? Will you do, Elder, be nice, Elder Pierce.
He can't help it. He can't help it.
We're talking from boys to men now. Come on, man. Listen, will you please like, share, and comment? I truly appreciate you all tuning in on today to listen to the one and only associate pastor, Elder Corey Bursey of Destiny Worship Center Ministries, talking from boys to men. He have some great nuggets, you all. You all have nephews, sons,
That's
uncles,
right.
anyone that you know could even, could just pull from this. This is good stuff. This is
Yeah,
nuggets. These are
yeah.
nuggets. Uh, just write it down. You can use them in your own notes. We got a bunch of preachers on here, Elder.
That's
We
right.
got a bunch. Right. You're talking.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. He complimented you, brother. He complimented you. You're
He
talking.
does. He does. We're iron sharpening iron brothers. We talk all the time about scripture and stuff like that. So yeah, he does.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Listen, I am just so interested in, as an educator.
Hmm.
You did talk about, how there are some of the children, but we're talking about the boys, how some of these, I'm just gonna call them young men, some of these boys and young men getting ready to go into
Hmm.
high school, they
Hmm.
are they are forced to have
Hmm.
to go and become the man of the house due to whatever reason,
Yeah,
father is absent, whatever
that's right.
reason. uh was there ever a time that, because that there was a young boy in a situation at home, as far as the mom being the only parent, where you had to, because sometimes the mother, the mother, the children, uh, uh, will do things at school will make the mom have to come to school, amen, and
Hmm.
show the child, like, I know that you have to be this person at home, but I'm still the mama, I'm still
Yes, sir.
the grown
Yeah.
person. Was there
Yeah.
ever a time where you had to intervene and kind of wear, uh, like the mentor hat, in a sense, where you just had to roll up your sleeves and just deal with a young man who has just kind of aged quickly in his household, and you witnessed him just in a place where at school he was not doing what he needed to do, and mom had to intervene? Was there ever a time where you really had to just be that man for them and just say,
Absolutely.
listen, not in my watch, not on my watch?
Absolutely. It happens daily. It happens
Oh,
daily because our kids, like I said, a lot of them are forced to be in that man role prior to going through the steps from boys to men. Um, I think one of the examples that really stick out to me is not so much as the child, and I'll come back to that question that you asked. But I think, Evangelist Cuffie, a lot of times we as men, as adults, we really underestimate what these kids are going through prior to them coming to school.
yeah.
I did. I did not. I knew, but I wasn't zoning in on what they actually have to go through just to make it to school. And so when you understand those things, it kind of changes your perception and your journey in the pour to them. Um, Everyone knows that the school system is very attendance driven because the attendance, when you have kids there, that accounts for money.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of my jobs, that I have to make sure that our attendance is good. I got to make sure my kids are coming to school. And, you know, especially my eighth graders, I'll get on them. You guys are old enough
Yeah.
to get out of bed and walk to school. You don't have to depend on mom, or you don't have to depend on dad. Get to school. Because when you come to school, you're more educated. You can have better grades. Get to school. My one eighth grader, of course, who I'll leave nameless, uh, he missed
Absolutely.
3 days of school. He missed 3 days of school. So he
Wow.
came to school on that fourth day, and Mr. Bursey would have really got in him, got him together. I would have got him together. But
Mm-hmm.
seriously, the Holy Spirit said to me,
Mm-hmm.
take a different approach. I'm telling you, I heard him just as clear as day. The young man is not a behavioral issue, none of that. And we were calling for the 3 days, no answer. Like this fourth day, we were going to do a wellness check had he
Mm-hmm.
not come to school. So when he walked in, I took him in my office and I said, hey, you know, where you been? We've been missing you. And, it's almost like a no call, no show. And he looked me in my eyes. He put his head down. I said, you can tell what's wrong. Everything okay? He said to me, he said, Mr. Bursey, I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't come to school. My mom has been very, very sick for the last 3 days, and I had no one to watch my younger brother, who is 4. That hit me in the pit of my stomach because here I was in
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bursey mode, thinking about what my job says. We got to
Mhm.
make sure that the kids are here. When that don't matter. It does not matter because this kid was going through just to be able to make it there. So we have to be very sensitive to what our young boys are going through because if
Absolutely.
we're not sensitive, they'll never ever even receive the poor in order to become a man. So all of that is it encompasses us to really, really zone in on our young boys, the totality of them,
The totality.
the
Absolutely.
totality of them. So it's a journey for those of us that are role models, mentors, godfathers, fathers,
Hmm.
grandfathers, uncles. It's a
Hmm.
journey, and you cannot take it lightly because our young men depend on it. Their
Absolutely.
lives depend on it. You're just not haphazardly pouring. You've got to pour with intention. It's
With
got to be
intention. My
it's
goodness.
got to be intentional what you pour because it's so many obstacles that they face that we in my age bracket never faced.
Mm.
Some of the stories that our kids, I'm like, I never went through that. And if
Never.
and if it was out there, I was sheltered from it.
Listen, that thing is, they are going through so much. Just hearing some of my teacher friends and just watching, I just know offhand what some of these children have to deal with
Yeah,
when their parents didn't get help and their parents didn't get help and their parents didn't
generational.
get
That's
help.
right.
It is actually uh what is the word? It's actually it
Generational.
just, yes, generational situation, generational behavior
Yeah,
situation, um,
yeah,
uh, the mental,
yeah.
the psychological piece
Yes,
in that.
yes,
We'll be dealing with Dr. Nathan Knox next week
yeah.
about dealing with the mental health. And I know you've done possibly some counseling as well,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
dealing with the children and dealing with the boys. And this is why we really kick some of these young boys growing up into young men to the curve because there was just some things that were not dealt with when we
That's right.
had a chance, when we had a grasp. Now they're so grown and they're hit the chest, with the S type of mentality. Now you can't tell me anything. You should have really told me when I was young enough to listen. Now I'm a
Right.
man. So what you gonna tell me now when I've been dealing with this enemy for such a long time? The enemy in me and the enemy
That
out there.
that's
I,
right. And what we don't realize, and that's why I said that growing old is automatic, but
automatic.
becoming a man is intentional. We have a lot of mid-age men that are still little boys
Little boys. You said it and it's true and I'm in agreement.
because
Yes.
because no one ever
No
took
one.
the time to
Oh my.
pour into them, and all they did was grow old automatically.
My God.
But the
That
but the intention on becoming a man in its totality, mentally, learning how to pay bills, learning how to
mm,
provide for your families, learning
yes.
how to dress, learning how to make sure your hygiene is
Ah,
appropriate. None of
yes.
that, none
None
of
of
that
it.
was taught.
None of it.
But because you grow old automatically, we automatically think that they're a man.
And that's something, and that's amazing that you say, because I do have young adults between the age of 18 to 30. There's some new people that have coming on here. How you doing, Sister Letitia Pointer is on, and I saw Dr. Kermita Washington was on. She said
Hmm.
sensitive and with empathy. That was when you were talking that we have to have this
Hmm.
sensitivity to handle our
Hmm.
young men. My mom is saying you have to catch the situation while they're young, while they're listening.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. It's just amazing to me. This is some good talk.
Okay.
I'm gonna openly see, I see a whole nother side of you, Pastor Bursey. This can actually be a great one day conference. I don't know. This could be
Wow.
something that, oh my gosh, this is bigger than this.
Yeah.
Because this is so needed. As I was about to say, I deal with on because I am a manager, uh, and dealing with the 18 between 18 and 35.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me, the 18, the 20, 30, the what they know, what they don't know, what you think they should know, but they weren't
Yeah.
taught. It's amazing to me
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
they treat life
Yeah.
and what they actually think about being a productive citizen in the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
It,
it
it's a lot, and but I'm telling you, my whole mindset with dealing with young people have really kind of shifted because it's easy for us to sit in the judgment seat until
Absolutely.
we actually pay attention to the patterns
My goodness.
of the journey of a boy to a man. And it, it's it, it's needed. It's
It's so
needed.
neat. Yeah.
And I think that um some of my boys, I learned because I took a group of them out for their eighth grade graduation.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Um, some of them haven't. They live right on the west side and have never experienced downtown.
My God.
Never. They've
Never.
never even journeyed, and so they were like a kid in a candy store when I
Wow.
took them downtown
Wow.
because I wanted them. Sometimes you need a change of scenery
Mm,
to see that it's more to this than Leroy on the corner.
absolutely.
There's a
Yeah.
whole world out there other than Ray Ray asking for money.
Absolutely. But when
So
this is all that they see, but
that's right.
it's just actually a hope and a prayer that they will want more, that they
That's
will
right.
go and discover and
That's
venture
right.
out and connect with a whole nother group of people who can
That's right.
open up their horizons and open up
That's
their
right.
mind and mentality into
Yes.
something new.
Yes.
And that is my prayer because the men I'm real, I'm a stickler on this. I'm about the Bible. Men are the head, and us being the weaker vessel. That's what the word says. We and them being the head of the home, whether you single man in your home or you a man married, you are the man in your home. You are the head in your household.
That's
And
right.
so if the whole training piece and the home grooming piece and the whole education piece could play a part real good in their lives, that there would be some beautiful vessel that would get a good husband or a good man or a good friend, whatever have you, whoever want to be married or don't want to be married, but you could be a good man and a productive citizen in the community, and not be the one that caused havoc, because right now that's what society and the news is showing,
That's
that
right. That's right.
obviously uh, obviously
And
there's
you're
a
absolutely right. Yeah, the news plays a major
my
part
goodness.
in the valley experience of our young men. Absolutely, it does. Dr. Nancy just put something up talking about uh, exposure is key. I'm telling you, when
Yes.
you get exposed to
Yes.
a different life than what you're used to,
Absolutely.
absolutely, it is so,
Absolutely.
in the words of your mother, it becomes educational. It
Yes.
becomes educational, and I tell people, you know, you're not the only one that's doing it. Go other places.
Yes.
Look at other, go to other organizations to see what they're doing, because you
Absolutely.
can learn from someone else. You can always learn from someone else.
and, and you can you say that, okay, since you deal with the eighth grade, they're going into high school, you getting them ready, you give them the tools to go into high school, they're doing their thing, then they graduate, and then it's time to go to a university. Would you say that going away would be good
For some kids,
for some?
yeah, yeah, for
Absolutely.
some kids. Uh, well, let me say it this way. Again, it wasn't until I really uh, got deep with my profession that
Yes.
I'm able to say for some kids. Now, me growing up, I'm kind of still mad at my parents because I didn't know you had the option not to go to college. I thought you had to go,
You
because it was never an option in my
not an
household. It
option.
wasn't it wasn't never a discussion. I mean, you
Listen,
went to grade school, you went to junior high, you went to high school, you went to college. So, but because again, I don't want to force anything on a kid that's not ready. I think that they will be ready once the pour has
what's
happened.
the
But I can't stand flat-footed and say every kid has to go to college. Now, I do believe that every kid needs to be found doing something.
something, something
And that's what I
productive.
tell my kids
Yeah.
at my school. You got to be found doing something, because if you
Mhm.
don't, the streets will get you. They will
The
find something for you to do.
Absolutely. And the couch will be your best friend, and the
That's
popcorn
right.
could be your uncle, and that, the sodas could be your best
Absolutely.
girlfriend or boyfriend. I mean, you
Right.
would just
Absolutely. And we have something in our school that we talk against. I tell my young men, you never want to be a basement child.
Ooh, that's
And
heavy.
that's a 30-year-old that continues to live in the basement of their
Content
of their
and,
of their family home.
and comfortable being right
Comfortable.
there.
Yeah.
Now, don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
go
You know,
out and do
so
anything.
so
Right.
that's a part of the lack of poor.
The lack of poor. The lack of poor. People of
That's
God, do
right.
you hear
That's right,
this?
Dr. Nancy. I
Yeah,
mean,
Dr. Ness.
yeah, you got to be found doing something, because if you don't,
School,
the
work.
streets the streets will find something for you to do.
Listen, this is some good stuff. Oh my goodness. Associate Pastor Elder Corey Bursey of Destiny Worship Center Ministries. I have to say that. Goodness
That's right.
gracious. This is some good stuff. My goodness. Yes, my mother said, yes, no basement child.
No basement
Absolutely.
child.
Oh my
Mm-mm.
goodness. My goodness. Oh, Sister Dacia, how are you? God bless you all.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you all. Thank you for coming on in, tuning. Please like and share, because this is very educational. This
Mm-hmm.
is this is something to behold. I'm not exaggerating. I'm excited about having this beacon of light on here to shed some light on becoming a boy to men in every
That's
aspect. In
that's
every
right.
aspect. The poor should be happening when they're little boys and young men. Come on here, so that they could become,
That's
great
right.
men, or men of valor, a
That's right.
productive men. Goodness gracious,
Yeah.
this needs a part two, my daughter says. Good Lord.
Oh
I have
wow.
to see, because this is the season for Elder Bursey. Everybody's pulling on Elder Bursey. He might be in a
Thank God.
conference. He was just on Maestro Ramon's radio show the other day, or what have you. But let me tell you, this is good stuff.
Thank God.
Please
Thank God.
tell your
Mm-hmm.
sons, your uncles, everyone that has a
That's right.
little boy that's about to have a baby boy, whichever. Please, please, please. This is conference material that can help
Thank,
many. You heard it.
yes.
You heard
Yeah.
it. Heard it from
Yeah.
me. You hearing it from
Yeah.
many. And we have
Yes.
some great men. There's some men, and behind these women, or on the side of these women, there's some other great men.
That's
Dr.
right.
Nancy Murphy's, Pastor Martha, yeah,
Yes.
Pastor Murphy.
Martise.
He's Yeah,
Hmm.
Martise Murphy. I'm just trying to tell you, that's
Yes.
another good one. You have
Yes,
one,
he is.
Elder Karan Pierce. I'm
Yes.
just, hey, dropping that
That's
seed and hope it'll
yes.
flourish, and let's see the harvest
Yeah.
and the manifestation of it. Listen, I have some advertisement that I want to do. If I could just make pause real quick before we because I know we could talk all the way to the end of time, and I will be remiss if I don't mention
Yes.
this great celebration that we
Hmm.
have at Destiny Worship Center Ministries. 22
Yes.
years, you all.
Yes.
22
Hmm.
years. And Elder Bursey and I'm gonna say it until I can't,
That's
won't have nothing else to
that's
breathe.
right.
We are founding members. We are, oh my goodness,
That's
godly
right.
proud of our pastor. We're
Yes.
one of the 12 that started out with the man of God. We've
That's
seen it.
right.
Have we
That's
seen it?
right.
We've seen it.
We've seen it,
We've seen it.
and
That's I'm gonna leave it right there.
and still see it.
And still see. Listen, but we have been blessed immeasurably. It is where it says Cuffie Music Flyers. Where it says Cuffie Music Flyers. Yeah, we're gonna do both of
Yeah.
them whoop at the same time. We are celebrating 22 years at Destiny Worship Center Ministries. Pastor DeAndre Patterson.
Yes. Yes.
Yay! And Lady Pat, listen, stayed in the game, didn't walk away. We've already had great pastors who've come
Yes.
and just wrecked the house. Pastor Christopher Montgomery, listen,
Yes.
oh my goodness, Bishop Daniel Smith and his choir.
Yes.
Let me tell you, Pastor Angie Spivey. When I tell
Yes.
you, she gave a revival Friday fire all in one just sermon on last Sunday night, and it was on fire. You had to be
Yes.
there. And I believe that our little brother, Pastor Lathan, will be with us, right?
Yes.
He will be with us.
Yes. Hmm.
And coming up, Pastor Antoine Sanders, and we are excited about it. But this is the one, you still have time. You could pay at the door on
Yeah.
June 22nd as we celebrate 22 years, and the tickets are $22. You can pay at the door. Just come on with your monies and pay at the door.
Yeah.
Listen, those of us who sold the tickets, God bless. God bless. Until next year. Woo! Thank you, Lord. I sold all my tickets. Listen, I sold all my
Yeah.
tickets, and I'm happy about it. Goodness gracious.
Praise
And
God.
listen, I don't have to be
Praise God.
sitting at the desk answering any questions. I paid it all. I paid it all
Yes.
because he paid it all. Okay, that's a whole
That's
nother thing. But listen, can you go back? Let me just say this because I don't want to, I want to get all this out the way. Can we go back to those flyers? Because there is a great flyer. Just save the date. Save that one right there. You just passed it. Boop, go back. Nope, go down. Nope, go down. Yep, right there. Hit that one. Hit that. Yes, there's a
mm,
conference, the mantle of prophetic calling and empowerment. And these are the women of WVTC Gospel
yeah.
Network. And listen, these are some sisters who are making a difference in the community, making a difference in the kingdom. And guess what? I'm a part of them. I'm a part of
Yeah.
that situation, and we are just going to allow God to move through us on July, I believe, 19th. Yes, 4 days after my birthday. Mark it down. 4 days after my birthday. And I'm excited about it. We're going to be on from 3 to 6. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be uplifting. It's going to, I believe, since it is the prophetic, it's going to be about God and the glory of God. It will be heavy on the line. So just tune on in, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. So And we do have a new show. Listen, Pastor B, can we go to that praise break? Listen, I need to just share that real quick. Listen, can we go to that? Yes, Pastor B, he's a new one on the block. You were just there. Go up to, who is it? Pastor Bruce, new show. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get to it. There it is right there. Boom. Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Praise break with Pastor B. He's live on Wednesdays on WVTC Radio between 5 and 6. You all check him out. He has that good gospel music. I'm excited about him joining the team. Listen, I am excited. How many more minutes do we have? We're going to get it in. We have 15 more minutes. This has been enlightening. Oh my goodness. Please like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment. God bless you, Sister Dacia. My mother says no evening service this Sunday, Father's Day. Listen, this is a great advertisement. Isn't that something? There's no evening service at Destiny. Let's just remember. And happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Godfather's Day. Every man that has contributed in a child's life, a mentor, godfather, father figure. We need you. Keep doing what you do. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. And just keep letting God use you. Elder Bursey, when I tell you this thing on today from Boys to Men, I knew that, let me just say this, put this out here. I didn't know that it belonged, that event that from Boys to Men, did I say that right? Is at your school.
No, you didn't.
Connected to Elder Buster, but Elder Buster and I guess you collect or gather some of the men, these solid men that help do the bow ties and ties and share. Oh my goodness. I didn't know it was at your school, but thank you for enlightening me on that.
Well, no, he has the tie to greatness at his school. We started Boys to Men years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. And it's all together. I always take some of my young men over to Elder Buster's school because we're working together. We're all as Black educators, we have the same goal. So he supports my school. I support his school because we're doing, it's kingdom. It's all kingdom.
It is all kingdom. And you too, I should have had him, but he as well, we could do an overflow because when great men, because my thing, a few great men, that's my whole theme for the men's month. A few great men, when great men come together, where great minds come together. And it's for a common goal to get praying and hoping for greater results than we have by pouring in. We can't get enough of just the pour because we want our Black, brown, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. We want this conglomeration of young boys to men to know that you are valued.
That's right.
You are worthy.
That's right.
I don't care. We don't care what your home life says. We don't care. Though we do care what someone just shoots at you. You'll never be nothing, better than your father or, better than your grandfather. I mean, we don't know all of the negativity that they just on a daily. We don't know the stress of the grown, the adults of the house, taking it out on the children. And then the children are growing up with this this whole
complex. It's a complex.
That's the word. This whole complex that they will never be anything. And guess what? They walk in that anything. They walk in that. They
That's right.
live that. They breathe that. It is imperative.
That's
Just to
right.
sum it up, it is imperative that um, that when they do as an educator, and I know, some of the educators, they just, they're going to do what they have to do, the math teacher, science teacher, government, and all of that, even a gym teacher, health teacher, they're going to do what they have to do to make sure the curriculum is getting passed down, and they are, receiving it, and they're doing what they need to do as far as their homework, after school work, tests, or what have you. But I applaud you, educators, that go the extra mile. That when you
Yes.
see a child that is in need, yes, that fully applaud you, and I take many hats off to you all, uh, handling them with
Mhm.
sensitivity and with the iron fist sometimes, because some of them, due to their home life, or due to whatever they're going. Pastor Dorothy Melton,
That's my mom. It's my mom.
your presence on here, woman of God, I stopped mid in my section. God bless your heart, mother.
Hmm.
Pastor Milton, oh my goodness, thank you for tuning in. I know you was on here listening to what your son has to say, and he's saying some good stuff. You already know it. Listen, uh, when you know I am that one that I may not say it out loud, but this is why I have a great connect. Love you, yeah, love you. This is why I have great connections with the young women.
That's
I deal with
right.
the young women, and then I have some young men that call me TT or Auntie, and I say, well, you
Yes.
know what that title means, right? I have a responsibility. So are you ready
That's right.
for me
That's right.
being responsible because of
That's
what
right.
you have titled me? I have a responsibility. It's not just cute name. We
That's
have a
right.
responsibility to be there, and I applaud you all that go the extra mile or
Yes.
miles to make sure and to ensure that these children are properly getting the education and some kind of way. I know that there is a line, but I know that their teachers, the educators, are so creative that they show love in a very special way to their
That's
children,
right.
that you
Yes.
can tell the ones that are not getting that at home. You can,
That's right.
you can. I'm sure that you can, and I'm sure that
Absolutely.
you've watched and I don't want to use the word. I'm sure that you watched the lack and the neglect. Either it's on purpose, or the parents don't know they have to go to parenting school because
That's right.
the parents are becoming younger and younger, and they haven't been taught. I'm sure that you deal with
And that's it right there. What you
yeah.
just said. It's the lack of teaching for, and it becomes a generational thing. I often tell, I have to work with our teachers a lot of time. Some of our teachers sit in a seat of judgment, and
Mm,
they have to be trained. And I tell them all the time, hey, good, bad, or ugly, a mother loves her child.
period.
Now, she may not be able to show it like your mother shows it, but she loves her child.
That's
So our job is to help train her and pour into her so that she'll know how to pour into her child. So
right.
it's so much bigger than coming, like you said, giving a curriculum. It's so much bigger than that. As educators, and I pray for educators daily, because I think people really don't understand what happens with people that have daycares, and
Mm,
we literally carry our children. We carry them here. So it's just not a Monday through Friday per se job. Sometimes on a Saturday, I'm wondering, did Johnny eat today? Because I know
mm,
that Monday through Friday, it was a struggle for him. But I got him on Monday through Friday. But on
Mm,
Saturday and Sunday, I'm not with him.
wow.
So it becomes very arduous in um, trying to make sure we navigate this thing called education and being an educator. So,
Yes. Yes, for all of our children, but due to it being Men's Month, we are talking about from boys to men, making sure that
mhm,
these males, young males, these babies growing up into these great men, that they will have what they need, um,
yeah,
and keep them from behind the bars, keep them from being 6 feet under, keep them from
yeah,
being
yeah,
a nuisance and menace to
yes,
society. That is so important because
yes,
so much going on in the world. And I truly believe, everything that we have talked about today, if some of these young men and even
hmm,
young boys are sticking up people, 14, 13, 12 year olds
yeah,
are
yeah,
shooting and killing people, 12 and all that. If
yeah,
they could just turn back the hands of time and get the attentiveness and the
yeah,
sensitivity, as you said, you know, um, and the poor, and
yeah,
grooming, that maybe there would be a chance that they, could would not go down that route. They would have
yes,
chosen another road to go down. And I want to commend you, Elder Bursey. Openly want to let you know that your leadership in the
thank you,
natural and in the
yeah,
spiritual is one to behold, that you should not be taken lightly. You are heavy in what
thank
you
God.
do. You are
Mhm,
weighty in what you
mhm.
do. And this is why in this season that you are being pulled on, you are being tugged at. And I'm going to even say this, that have, you will eventually put together a plan and a program that will be valid, that will be uh, um, it would be accredited. You
Yeah,
have a ministry all your own inside of a ministry. Elder Bursey, I guess I'm just speaking to your spirit on today, that there's more to you that meets the eye. You have a book, you have material that needs to be created. This is good stuff.
thank
And
God.
I'm going to be bold enough to say it, that it should be, it will be eventually
Yeah,
be put on black and white in a
wow.
pamphlet, in a book. If it's a 15-page situation, it will be one of the best sellers and best tools that any educator, see, it's going to be universal, right? It could be
Yeah,
used in the church, the school, a business,
yeah,
daycare, home
hmm,
daycare, a building, an edifice, daycare, whichever. It's going to be used as a coaching and teaching tool,
yeah,
because that's who you are. You are a teacher. You are definitely a teacher. And God knows that there is a preacher inside you, but you are a teacher and you are a trainer. So get ready to train them on
yes,
on how much, on what
mm,
not to do, on how
mhm,
to do. Encourage whatever that educator is going on. Isn't that right, mother? Yes, yes, you are a trainer, my God. And you have what it takes. You have what it takes. And I want you to know that God is going to use you mightily, and he's
Yes.
using you now. And there's my sister. She's saying hello. Absolutely, go ahead, because
I love
she's got to be ready for her show real soon. Dr. B trying to get in.
it.
Listen, I know we just talking, but I want you to know that God has something great in store for you, and I want you to know that.
I
And
believe that.
get ready. You're not being pulled on just because but you're a hot commodity with what you know. You're knowledgeable, and my goodness, what you have, the tools that you have, and what you obtain is it's golden, it's priceless. And
Thank
I
God.
want to openly say that. And this is why your face, I saw your face when God gave me From Boys to Men, and by you being
Wow.
an educator, and you're poor. I know that you pour at church. I know that you're doing it in the school system. So I want to commend you for
I
being who
appreciate
you
that.
are and doing
Yes.
what you do. And my goodness, thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you for
thank you,
having
thank
me.
you.
It's I love it. It's been a joy, and thank you so much. And I pray blessings over your show.
Praise God. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Hmm.
Thank you for that. Well, this has been another Singled Out for This Moment in Time with me, Evangelist Tanya Cuffie. I want you all to just please like, share, and comment. Blow up his post and let him know that he is God's man. He does a great work, and continue to encourage the man of God. The man is Men's Month. Let's encourage the men in our lives to continue going on. My mother said not all children have a Mr. Bursey, Mr. Woods, Dr. Kermita, or Dr. Nancy. That's right, Dr. Nancy. Yes, Dr. Nancy, I should have had you in Women's Month. But I mean, we need to talk about you. You do childcare, and I'm sure that you deal with the boys, the young boys. Oh my goodness, you are grooming them up to be great men, great young fellows, gentle giants, and all that good stuff. Listen, we gotta go because my sister, radio sister, is coming on. I don't want her to beat me up. I don't want her to get me. She gotta start. She's a punctual woman, but I think I'm a little over, but we gonna get going. Thank you for another Thursday with me, Singled Out for This Moment in Time with Evangelist Tanya Cuffie. We will be on next week, and we will have Pastor Nathan D. Knox, PhD. Oh, mind over matter. We're going to talk about the mental health of the man in today's world. Okay. All righty. God bless you. Take care. Be safe. Love you. Mwah.